Well, today I must apologize. Today is kind of late. And the reason it's kind of late, it's because today is Children's Day here in Singapore. And we brought the kiddos out to really build that bond and to give them a unique experience. And I think what is the most important thing was to be able to create positive memories with them because we have already been around them for their during their formative years, the first 7 years itself. And right now, where they are more conscious of themselves, the whole idea now is to want to create positive memories with them and as many positive memories as possible because the key idea is really to be able to have them think back and reminiscence of those days where we did things together. And so it's really about the experience. It's not so much about what we bought for them or where did we go, but it's the experience that we had together. And today was just one of those days that we get the opportunity to bond and to have that experience. And so we got back a little late, and I was actually on the brink of saying that, well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to carry forward to the next day. But then it struck me that if I continue to do that, and when push comes to shove, I would opt for the easy way out. And so I promised myself, I say that I would only take 5 minutes to complete my most important task for the day. And the thing is, once you get started, it's not going to be 5 minutes, it's going to be more than 5 minutes. And it turns out that, I not only knocked out the three most important tasks that I have for today, I I also did more than what I originally intended to do. And so that was part of the reason why today's show is a little late. But nonetheless, welcome to this show where we talk about the mindset, skill set, two sets of building this 1 person, 1 million or digital business. And today I want to talk to you about the idea of getting from here to there. And I think the greatest thing that you could think about getting from here to there, it's think of it as a process. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, first, let's define what we're talking about here. So, going from where you are which is what are your current circumstances? What are your past achievements? What are your strengths? How much resources do you have? How much bandwidth do you have? And what is it that you can actually do to get yourself out of the comfort zone and move to where you want to be? You see, it's easy to talk about wanting to be a millionaire or wanting to be financially free. It's one thing to say about that, but it's another thing to know your plans of how you're gonna get there. And so I want to share with you how I achieved my goals in the past. So back when in 2002, that was probably my worst time of my life because I was left with just $15 in the bank account, and I have got tons of debts that I can't pay. And I was on the brink of actually telling the banks to restructure the loans, or I would throw in the towel. And I'm glad I did not, because I managed to find a way out of that rat hole itself. And so afterwards, to think about going from there to making six figures annually, it was something that was just not imaginable. But during the time itself, I kept the vision clear. And the other aspect of it was I truly believe in myself. In fact, I had such strong belief that I would make it and I would be able to achieve that. And I was hungry. And so within within the next couple of months after I set up my company, it was profitable, and I was making more than what I used to make in a year in just a couple of months. And essentially, I had all the time in the world to do what I want to do. And and so when it comes to this stage of building this 1 person 1 million or digital business, in order to chart the way that actually there are few aspects of it that we will have to take into account. So number one is that to get from here to there, essentially there are a series of steps that you must take. Now, take note that those steps that you must take are going to be things that you have never done before, or things that you are uncomfortable in doing, or things that would be not imaginable to you at this point in time. Because if you are going to be doing whatever you are currently doing, you are not going to get there, because there is something new. And so to get to something new, you have to be able to understand that you need to do things that that previously you were not doing. So that's number one. Now, number two is that when you are looking at going from here to there, you have to understand that there is going to be some level of uncertainty. And so, in order to deal with that uncertainty itself, there is one fact that would have to accept, that whatever you do not really know what is the outcome. Whether the outcome will be something that you think it's going to go your way, and that's good, or it can go way better than what you expected, which is very good, or it could turn out bad and absolutely disastrous. And is that bad? Well, it depends. So the thing here, it's fairly simple. You want to be able to know that you are going to do things that you have never done before, and you're going to do things you are uncomfortable in doing. You're going to be doing things that currently you may not have the skill sets to do it, but you're going to do it anyways. And the fact that you do it anyway is going to help you go nearer to your goal. And so when you're doing things that you have never done before, you have to accept the fact that the outcome may not be what you expect it to be. Because if you do something and you know for sure that that is the outcome that you're going to get, then it's not really that an experiment. It's more of you doing it because you already know that it's going to work. So what you ought to embrace is the understanding that things may not work out. And so you just have to move on. So getting from here to there, you need to take a series of steps. You need to know that those steps are going to be things that you have not done before, things that you're not comfortable with, and things that you may not even have the skill right now to do it. And you also have to accept the fact that the outcome may not be something that you can achieve or you think you can achieve, or the outcome is something that you want to achieve. It may not turn out that way. And so the way to kind of get there becomes a process. And that process means that you have to develop a set of routine, a set of habits, and if I may even say, a set of rituals that you would do day in, day out in order to get there. So, for example, 135 days ago, I've never had the experience of broadcasting live every day. I never had the experience of knowing how to choose the lighting, how to position the camera, to use a switcher for that whole process itself. I have no idea. And I was uncomfortable. I mean, to say the least, to be on camera and to be doing it live and to be saying things that, what if someone watches it and, you know, I get laughed at, for example. It's incredibly uncomfortable. And and it can be scary as well. What if I do this and at the end of the day no one's watching and everyone thinks that I'm a big joke? Yeah, it's gonna hurt my ego, definitely. But I did it anyway. And to go and build a 1% 1 million or digital business, it's not something I've done before. And so I may not have the skill set. And that's when I seek out people who are able to show me the way. And I'm not looking at like, a boilerplate kind of a action plan. What I'm looking at is someone to be able to tell me if I'm on the right track. That's all I need. because I believe that there is no one right way to do this. That said, there are principles that will get us there. And so all I need to know are what are the principles and how do I know if I'm making the right decisions and getting the right results. And so once you are comfortable with that, you will definitely be able to help yourself get from where you are to where you want to be. So in summary, number one, you need to know that to get from here to there are a series of steps, and those steps are going to be steps that you're not comfortable with, you are you've never done before, and you may not even have the skills to do it. Secondly, you will also have to accept the fact that whatever you do, the outcome may or may not turn out the way you expect it to be. And so, really need to embrace that mindset of experiment, that mindset of learning from failures, and most importantly, that mindset of knowing that you are less wrong and not about being more right. It sounds similar, but the difference is actually profound. And the other thing is that the only way that you can go from here to there, and especially in a way that you have not been able to, did something that you've not done before, and especially if you are building a business, which means there's no one else who's going to breathe down your neck and say, have you done this today? You say you were going to do this. So no one's going to be holding you accountable. You are going to be holding yourself accountable. And so in order to get, emotions and thoughts and feelings out of the way from, and to get them out from stopping you from doing anything, is to build a routine. And in that routine itself, it's essentially every day to go out there and to do the work necessary. And once you do the work necessary, and you put your ego aside, you put your feelings aside, you put the thoughts aside, and just execute. But execute strategically and execute smartly, and make the necessary adjustments. And once you do that, you will definitely be on your way to reaching where you want to be. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, let me know. Leave a comment for me. It means a great deal to me. Trust me. Besides, it also helps other people discover my videos. And today I posted a huge milestone for myself. The amount of views that I've been getting. And I just want to say thank you so much for for giving me your attention, giving me your time. And so if you like this video, if this has been useful to you, give me a thumbs up. And if you want more content like this appearing in your feed, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. No, you smash that subscribe button and you follow me on Facebook, right? And so this is Melvin signing off here. I'm going to hit a sec. See you. Bye bye.